And we are live once again. Good evening, or afternoon, or morning, wherever in the world you may be watching Savour the Flavour with moi. Welcome to our show, to our very special show as we make a trip to Belgium to join June Daville in the kitchen. But before we get to June, let me just say a couple of things. We've had a few issues with some of the people who are supposed to be joining us, so we're very cozy, a cozy 3 tonight, tonight my time anyway. And our producer's also having a few issues, so no iCast tonight, and we're doing it the good old-fashioned way. So let me just hand the screen over to Michel Reibel so he can say hello. Over to you, Michel. Michel, are you muted? Because we can't hear you.
Hello, everybody. It's me and Michel from Strasbourg, northeast of France. Remember, Lynn, you're beautiful tonight. And you, June, you look so professional. Great. So, as you know, I am a food blogger. I have a blog very known, very popular, called Cuisine et Cigare. .com, and also I am the CEO of WebKiss, a company which provides revolutionary methods and web for entrepreneurs.
Oh, that was short and sweet. See, I want to tell you something. Why Michel was muted? He's got a Yeti, a brand new Yeti Blue, so he's still playing with it. So he muted himself. Anyway, let's go on. Pardon me. Let's go on over to Belgium, to June Daville. June, would you like to say hello?
Of course. Well, welcome everybody to my kitchen. I'm doing this from my Belgian kitchen, of course. I'm very happy to be the chef on this hangout. It's my second hangout, and I'm already in the spotlight, so I'm very, very happy. Thanks, Lynn, for giving me the opportunity, and I hope I will show you guys something new today, and I hope you learn from it.
Excellent. We're looking forward to it. So you are cooking chicken vol au vent, yeah? Excellent. And is it something you've been cooking for a long time?
Pretty much, yes. Yes. It's,
okay.
I do pretty regularly. I love it. It's just it's very basic, but it's very yummy, and it takes some time to prepare. But if you know how to do it, it's lovely.
Because it's a great party food, isn't it?
But
yeah,
little puff pastries, yes.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what. Let's not wait. Let's get straight into it. Let's get cooking.
Okay. So tonight for me, I'm going to show you my version of chicken vol au vent. Maybe you have already tasted it before. Maybe you have your own version to prepare it. I'm going to show you mine today. Might be a little different from what you know, but anyway, we are going to start making our chicken stock. That's what we're going to do first. So I have already prepared it yesterday. That's how we start. Now, to make a chicken stock, what we need is one whole chicken. That's about 3 pounds of chicken. What it will give the whole chicken is the bones and the fat and everything will give a very nice flavor to the chicken stock. So I wouldn't add any chicken breast only, because you really need that very rich flavor. So you have your whole chicken, you cut it up, 2 wings, 2 legs, you know how to do that. You add it to a pan, a very high and large pan, and we are going to add other ingredients. And as you can see here, I've already sorted them for you. We got carrot, 1 carrot, celery, about 8 to 10 cloves of garlic, yellow onion, spritz of fresh thyme or rosemary or whatever you want to use. I've got some bay leaves as well. Pepper and salt, of course, not too much, because you can always adjust the taste right in the end. If you exaggerate, it's not going to be edible. So one last ingredient I like to add, and that's only my version, I guess, that's cloves. You know, a bit tiny to show. I like to add it. It's just a little extra richness to it. It's not too cinnamony, but it just gives it just a touch I really like. We're going to add the whole lot to the chicken in the pan, and we're going to add about 6 to 7 cups of water to it until the chicken is submerged. And then we're going to put a lid on the pan. We're going to bring it to a rolling boil and leave it there for about 10 minutes. After that, we're going to turn the heat low and leave the chicken to simmer in the chicken stock for about 30 minutes. And after that, we're going to turn the heat off. It's just simple as that. And what is it going to do? The chicken will poach and simmer on in the chicken stock without it being on the heat. And at the same time, it is going to cool down, which it has to cool down because we are going to remove the chicken afterwards and shred it up into pieces. If it's too hot, you're going to burn your fingers, and that's really not nice. So I prepared this chicken stock yesterday, and what I've got here, maybe you guys can see it, it's just, you know, the carrots and the celery.
Okay.
And stuff.
Yeah, great.
Very, very rich chicken stock. It's pretty good.
Can I ask you a question on behalf of the audience? If you know, making chicken stock, it's not your traditional chicken stock, obviously, because you're only simmering it for about 30 minutes and then you're letting the chicken poach because you're using that chicken meat, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you cut short the method by using a good shop-bought chicken stock and perhaps just some chicken breast lightly cooked for the whole recipe?
Do that, but maybe I would opt for chicken wings or chicken legs because you really need those bones. It's like if you're cooking fish, you better do it when it's whole. It's the bones give it an extra flavor. I would not add whole chicken breast, just chicken wings. Well, everything you have when the bone is still attached. That's going to give an extra touch to the chicken stock. It makes a difference, you know. It makes a difference. So here's our chicken stock. I have prepared it as I said before. You're going to remove the cooked chicken now. I have left one leg in it, as you can see, to show you. I have already removed the rest of the chicken. Set it up already just to save time tonight. What I'm going to do, normally it's lukewarm, something like that. I can put it here. I'm going to go back to my chicken in a minute because I'm first going to finish the chicken stock. And what we're going to do, give it a good stir, and we're going to strain it. So.
Okay, while you're doing that, while you're straining the chicken stock, let's just say hello to some people in the audience. We've got Kim Bultman, we've got Nazim Beltran, Christopher Vogelman, Daniel Davis. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of you guys. Okay, my comment tracker's acting up again, so I've got a Mac here and I'm looking at the comments over there. So I'm going whoa that way, so I might miss a few names. And I can't let it go without saying this. Now, let me just bring the camera back to me. I can't let it go without saying this. Nicholas Bourgeoglou, who informed me in a side chat just now, he's half naked on his rooftop while watching this. Okay, so back to you, June. Oh, hi, Nicholas. Hi, the half naked Nicholas. Couldn't let it go. Back to you, June.
So, as you can see, I have straightened the chicken stock. Got all these bits in it I just introduced to you. We're going to get rid of this because, you know, it has done what it was meant to do. It has given an extra flavor to the chicken stock. I'm just going to get rid of it. That's it. And now we've got this, I don't know, I'll just come a little closer. It's a very rich chicken stock. I don't know whether you guys can see it. I have to make sure I'm not dropping it.
Yes, we can. Yeah.
That's a quite thick layer of fat on it. You can make this in advance, as I said. You can made it yesterday. What you must be aware of if you put it in the fridge to chill is that the day after you're going to remove it from the fridge, and it's going to have a very thick and solid kind of fatty layer. It's nothing wrong with it. Just, you know, it's like if you put some olive oil in the fridge, it's going to You just have to keep it on room temperature or heat it a little bit up, and it's going to disappear. Don't get rid of it because that contains all the flavor you need.
Okay, you want the fat in the stock, yeah?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
going to give the richness to the sauce because this is also going to be the base of our white sauce. Now I'm going to put this back over high heat.
Okay.
What we often do when we make a stock here in Alsace, Lynn, is a salad with the carrots and leaf. You just have to boil some eggs, hard eggs, you know, and with fresh spring onions and a vinaigrette, you can make a great little salad with these cooked carrots in little dices and with the remain leaf that you I see on your plate. You put leaves in it, yes?
Leek, no, that's celery.
Celery.
Leaf,
You can
yeah.
add leeks, any vegetable you want, except cauliflower because that's a little too much.
Okay.
Flavors too much. So as the chicken stock is boiling,
Christopher, we've got a question. First question from the audience. Christopher Vogelman wants to know, but I'll just answer him. You get on with what you're doing, June. Would it be acceptable to use chicken thighs for the stock? I think June said that it is preferable because of the bones.
chicken wings, chicken thighs, everything. Yeah, that's much better than chicken breasts, you know.
Yeah, chicken breast, so boring.
Yeah. So next step I'm going to do is poach the mushrooms because my version of chicken vol au vent got cooked chicken, it's got meatballs, it's got mushrooms and a white sauce. Now in Belgium you will mostly get chicken stock, chicken vol au vent with only meatballs or only mushrooms. I just want both of them, so I'm going to add them. There's nothing really lot to say about the white mushrooms, you know, just clean them up and slice them up. I'm going to talk about the veal meatballs here. I'm using a mixture of veal mince and pork mince.
Okay.
A little bit of pepper and salt in it. To it, that really is enough. Don't add any breadcrumbs or egg yolk or garlic or whatever. It has to stay very, very subtle in flavour. Just very, very little ingredients needed. Just your minced meat, your salt and your pepper.
Excellent. And you're going to what you're going to do? Simmer that now.
We're going to poach it.
Poach it. Okay. All right. Okay.
These meatballs are very tiny. You can see it. It's about half an ounce, 15 grams. It has to be very tiny because it's chicken with meatballs and not meatballs with chicken.
Yeah, and you've also got to fit into the cases as well. So you don't want them too big.
Yeah, they have to very, very small. So I'm going to put it in.
Okay. While you're doing that, do you want to anything you want to tell us about Belgium in particular that us folks, well, the Americans might not know about? Sorry, guys.
Something about Belgium. Well, we have.
Oh wait! Stop! Poach while you talk.
Yeah, it's still heating up.
It's still heating up.
It's hot, so.
It's like me and my kids and I, you know. I ask my kids a question, or rather they ask whatever, you know. But they have to stand still if they're talking to me, even if they're in the middle of doing something. I mean, no, move while you're talking. So, anyway, back to you. Something about Belgium.
Something about Belgium. Well, first thing that comes up in my mind is we have about 1,300 kinds of beer.
What?
Yeah. That's enough, you know. I'm trying out a lot of them, but yeah, 1,300 kinds. It's you know, these lately you've got this kind of trend that people are brewing their own beer somewhere at home, and they win prizes with it. Actually, it's a you know, it's a nice trend, and people are doing a lot of cooking with beer as well. So I've been making both things here in Belgium. That's the first thing. I got a Belgian beer.
Is your husband getting it for you? Oh, I say, look at that.
See, that's can you see it? It's a Belgian beer. It's called Carolus, and that's the beer from my local brewery.
Oof.
It's one of the best. It has, what prize has it won? It was the best
The best dark beer in the world.
the best dark beer in the world.
Really? Ah, Carolus, Carolus. I'll just write that down in the comment stream. Cool, excellent. Say hello, Luke.
Say hello. No, you have to
Cheers.
go around here.
Hello.
Okay, it's still heating up, so I can talk about my chicken then. Oh, as I said, I have already shredded the rest of the chicken here. You can see it. I'm going to put it. It's about everything except the leg. I still have to clean up. I'm going to do it now while this chicken stock is still heating up. Now, see, it's got some skin on it. It's got bones in it. You know, just clean the whole thing up. Everything you don't want in it, just get rid of. It's very annoying to have these little bits in it that you know, don't want to chew it on really. So,
I can't believe I just heard a Belgian say little.
did I? Oh, it was you. Really?
You did. You said little to my English teacher. Yes, that's poo. What was a little?
I have a question for you, ladies. Do you know why we call also these bouchées à la reine? À la reine, no?
No,
Because Louis XV, Louis XV, our king, his wife called Marie, she loved this dish. So, since we call it also bouchée à la reine, so the vol au vent.
Yeah, because bouchées are tiny vol au vent, aren't they? Yeah, yeah.
Bouchée.
Because that's right. It's a mouth, something that it's just enough for your mouth, and they are the tiny. Vol au vents are bigger, and bouchées are tinier.
Yes, but bouchée à la reine means bouchée from the queen. That means it's not the size, it's for her mouth. Because the taste it was so good. You know, she loved it. That we called it bouchée à la reine. For the queen, bouchée for the queen, okay?
Okay, cool.
It's funny you should say that because in Flanders, where I was born, and in Holland, you can also find vol au vent, and then there they call it koninginnenhapje, and it also means a little bite for the queen. Koningin means queen, and hapje means bite. So that's where it comes from then.
Ah, that's interesting. Right, where are we in the recipe? So we've made the stock. We've made the stock. We've taken the chicken meat pieces apart. Now you are going to poach the meatballs and the mushrooms.
They are poaching right now. I removed the meat from that chicken leg. I'm going to chop it up in biggest bits, you know. Don't make them too tiny, you know. You still want to see some chicken pieces. Doesn't have to be chopped up chicken. I'm going to add it all in here. Well, I said you can use the chicken, or at least I used the chicken that was about 3 pounds in weight. That makes about 1 kilo, 350 grams, I guess. And in the end, if you have removed everything, the bones, the skin and stuff, I have left about half of it.
450 pounds, 1 kilo. Sorry, just
Yeah, and I have about 750 grams of chicken meat still left after I have discarded the rest. And that should be enough for 4 people, actually, because we are also going to add the mushrooms and the meatballs. If you are very hungry, you can give it to 4 people. Otherwise, you know, it's just a large portion actually. I used to freeze it all the time because you know we're only two.
Okay, because you've got loads left. Yeah. Just to answer a question, well, actually a comment in the audience. Lansfield says that in America we call it amuse-bouche. We call them amuse-bouche or amuse-gueule here in Europe as well. But those are standard mouth teasers, mouth palate cleansers and stuff. That's what amuse-bouche is. Slightly different from what Michelle was talking. Get to know me better, Lance, and you'll realize that I am the amuse-bouche queen. I like to turn any recipe into an amuse-bouche. That's always the big challenge that I enjoy. Back to
yes.
you. Enough about me.
Yeah. More and more. Yeah. That's what I also do then. We try to make a lot of different tastes and choices for a meal. It's a lot of work, you know, amuse-bouche and verrine. When you make one meal with verrine and amuse-bouche, you know how hard it is, how difficult it is. A lot of preparation, a lot of work too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's what to me that's what differentiates amuse-bouche from canapés. One is simple to put together. There is not much cooking involved. Whereas with amuse-bouche, it is really here. And in the old days, it was created. I think it was a term created in the 70s by chefs who wanted to showcase their creations, but in tiny bites. I think that's how the term was created. And so to me that's what differentiates it. That you actually have to go to some preparation to get to it, the final result. Anyway, back to June.
Yeah.
Just poaching away.
Yeah, I'm poaching my meatballs now, so I'm going to leave them in for another 2 minutes. One thing I wanted to say is I received a message from somebody asking me why chicken vol au vent was Belgian and not French. Because I said it's Belgian chicken vol au vent. But it's actually French, you know. Originally it comes from France, but you know, France and Belgium is we're doing very well up there in Europe. So, not surprisingly, we have a lot of influences. I must say that Belgian cuisine, Belgian food, has been inspired quite a lot by French cuisine. That's why. And you know, I did some research about chicken vol au vent, and it goes way back. More than 200 years. That was the first time it was described actually. It used to be pretty large. The buff pastry was not that tiny one.
It goes back 200 years.
Yeah, about 200 years ago. It was the first time it was described somehow with somebody that pastry chef who was looking for the perfect puff pastry to serve it in. That's where its name also comes from.
Wow, okay.
So it used to be very large, you know, the puff pastry used to be like this, actually more like a pot pie or something, or a chicken pie. And they would then take all that stuff in it, the stuffing, and cut it up into pieces and serve it like that. It was actually more like a pie. The portions have come smaller and smaller over the years. So now we have these little tiny puff pastry shells, as you call it.
Interesting.
I'm going to put back to my meatballs. I think they're done. They're very tiny, so they don't need a lot of poaching. I think that's about it.
Okay. So, while Michelle, would you like to? We're at 8:23. Michelle, would you like to suggest some wine pairings with today's recipe, s'il vous plaît?
Just give me a minute. I'm going to share something. So people
are you screen sharing?
If you can check what I posted today, there were 2 bottles. Oh, I have them there too. I'm going to share them again, and after that, I'm going to share a map so people can see exactly what I'm talking about. Because this particular recipe, June. I love it. You know, we were talking about it in the green room. My mom does it, and she is the exclusive person who serves me a vol au vent, une bouchée à la reine. Because since I'm a kid, she puts some quenelle de, quenelle is like dumplings, and quenelle is fish. So we also eat it in our family with some fish. So the picture is coming up. I would like to propose two lovely wines, really good Burgundy wines, white wines. So I've just shared right now. Do you see it, Lynn, on the event page?
Not yet.
Two bottles
It's
of.
okay. Go on talking about the wine.
Okay, the wine I'm talking about. You can see two bottles. On the right side, left side, sorry, you have Mâcon Village. Mâcon Village is in the south of Bourgogne, and also le Savour. These wines are just perfect because if you want, these wines have gold dresses, white or yellow gold straw and silvery or greenish, shiny and soft. On the nose, the aromas suggest broom, white rose, acacia, honeysuckle, fern, verbena, lemongrass, citrus, also grapefruit, and it is very fresh with lively wines. They are lively wines, dry but fruity. They have good concentration with the acidic support necessary for their duration. You can keep them years and years. Roundness and smoothness, what's characterized them. So I'm going to.
Are they expensive?
No, that's the reason. I would say that I found these two bottles for less than €7 per bottle. I don't know what.
Way.
Sorry.
Really, €7.
Yeah.
That's...
Yes. And when you search for these wines, you always have to be careful because you can have a great year or a very bad year. Okay? So that's the real problem. If you find these wines very cheap, don't buy them.
So I think we're going to go back. We're going to go back to June at the moment. I think she's ready to assemble.
I'm going to share a map. Yeah, I'm going to share the map.
Okay. Back to you, June.
I'm going to make the white sauce now. The butter's melting already. I'm going to add flour. I always add the same amount of butter as I add flour. It's about 2 ounces, 55 grams I add. I leave the butter to melt. I'm going to add just all-purpose flour to it. It's just a basic kind of bechamel sauce.
Okay, like just you're making a basic white sauce, basically, yeah?
A basic white sauce, but instead of adding cream or milk to it, we are going to add our chicken stock, of course.
Yeah.
It's going to be very creamy. So I'm going to add the flour in it now, and I'm going to give it a good stir. So.
Okay. All right. Cool. Christopher Vogelman's very disappointed. He thought, Michelle, you were going to share the bottle of wine the way we did our noodles. Do you remember on Simply Singapore?
Yeah,
when we shared the noodles via the screen? That was so cool. And Kim Bultman says, great description of the wine, Michelle.
Thank you very much. So you've got, folks, the map of. Can we just take a look at the map, Lynn? Quickly, as you can see, is it online or not?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, wait just a few seconds.
Just.
Yeah? Okay, great. As you can see, we're talking about wines that you find between Paris and Lyon. Okay? I am in the northeast, so I am one hour and a half from with my car or my bike from here. So as you can see, these two wines come from the very south of Bourgogne. There where the chicken, the cook is running after the chicken. You see it, Lynn? So you can find Saint-Véran, also Mâconnais, in this area.
Okay.
Just one word for persons who want to visit this country in France. It is fantastic. In the north part, you have Beaune, and you also have Nuit Saint-Georges. I'm not looking at the map. I remember these places very well. I've been over there a couple of times. It's very beautiful, and the roofs are fantastic, and houses are very beautiful also. So
yeah. Excellent.
really.
Well done, Michelle. Thanks so much for sharing that map with us. It's cool. So my corn is just at the bottom where the chef is running after the chicken, as you say. Cool. Right. Foodies plus HIRL next year, I reckon. So I thought we were going to Greece. Now we might be going to France.
Yes. Well, I have a chance. I'm just 2 hours from you, June. I think not too far.
And you have a comment from MJJ Namal Diaz. Please tell me what your first name is so I can actually call you by your first name. Good to see you. What time is it in Sri Lanka? 12:30 in the morning, I think. Anyway, he says, nicely explained, Michelle.
Thank you, NGG Namal. Ça, c'est gentil, ça. Yeah, great. And thanks to Kim also and Christopher. We'll see with Google. I'll call them tomorrow.
Right, back to the kitchen. Let's see what June is doing. She's making a sauce with the stock. So she's you've used some butter, some flour.
Some butter, some flour. Leave it to bake, 2 minutes, and then you're going to add tiny bits of the chicken stock. It's perfect because the chicken stock is warm, and that's the perfect way to make this sauce. Otherwise, if you add cold stuff like milk or cream or something, you're going to slow down the sauce, and it's going to take much longer to prepare. So I'm adding little drops of the hot chicken stock I'm making.
Would you use milk or cream, or do you think that will make the whole the final result too creamy?
You don't necessarily have to add it because the chicken stock is very fatty and greasy on itself. You really don't need it. If you have tasted it before, you really don't have to add it.
Yeah.
Chicken stock you make, it's way enough for what you need.
Okay. That's good. And how long are you at the stove for? About 5 minutes, making the
5 minutes, yes. I'm not going to add all the chicken stock because after making my chicken stock, as I said, I added about 7 cups of water. In the end, after the chicken stock is ready, I have about 6 cups left. You only need 3 to 4 cups of the chicken stock to make the sauce, depending on how much sauce you like. So it just don't have to add a whole lot, or it's going to be too runny. I'm going to add about half of it. It's going to be way enough. I have already added my chicken and my meatballs and my mushrooms to the chicken. Maybe you can see it. That's
beautiful. I wouldn't mind having it just like that. I haven't had dinner.
You can also do that.
8:30 and I haven't had dinner. By the way, while we're waiting for June at the stove, I'd like to tell you all about a new series that I've got going, fortnightly series, starting this Wednesday, I believe 8:30 GMT, so that's 3:30 EST. And it's going to be all about beauty, style, fashion, and whatever goes around it. And it's called What's Your Style? So, watch this space. The event should be created tomorrow, and you all will hear all about it. Back to June in the kitchen.
I think I'm more or less ready with the sauce now. I'm going to take it off the heat. Keep it here. What I'm going to add right in the end is an egg yolk, and that's a way to thicken the sauce a little more. It's called in French, I guess, a liaison. It's just a way to make it a little creamier. Gives a colour to the sauce as well. It has to be fairly runny, your sauce.
So you keep stirring it. So we've got Kimballman in the audience says, recipe printed off, check. Puff pastry added to grocery list, check. Sorry, I'm so hungry. Wine shopping to do.
So I'm going to add the egg yolk here. You have to do it quickly. Normally, you just take a little bit of water. You beat it.
Dilute it.
Add it back to your pan. I've done this a couple of times before, so I'm going to just add it and stir it, give it a good stir so it doesn't scramble. That should do. Just leave it a little bit to thicken. Smells good.
there any chance that that yolk is going to get scrambled as you're adding it?
That's why I say you have to stir it very well.
Very quickly as you're adding it. Okay.
And leave it in for about 2 minutes and then start stirring it. It's gone by now, you know.
Okay, cool. Because there's only a small amount of yolk, isn't there, going in? So.
One egg yolk. One egg yolk you need, and that's it. You also have to adjust the taste now. Add extra taste it. Add extra pepper and salt to it. I haven't done that when my chicken stock was ready, so I don't have to add anything anymore.
Check seasoning. Okay.
I'm going to add my sauce to the rest of the ingredients. It's pretty runny, you know. It's not a.
Okay, so you add the sauce to the meat as opposed to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the chicken meatballs and the mushrooms.
Ah, la, la, that's great. Now look. Yeah.
It's not. It's not a
I smell it. I smell it here. Yeah.
That should be it. If you haven't used all the sauce, you know.
Okay, so you've got to basically use your own judgment about how wet it should be. Oh, fabulous.
Still
got a little, you know, it has to be fairly wet.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have to add up with a sauce that is too dry, and together with that puff pastry, you know, it's not going to be pleasant. That puff pastry has to be drained with sauce.
Yeah, otherwise it's a little, just a touch too dry. Tony Rose says, that's a great sauce, June. You know I love my sauces. So.
It's a lovely sauce, this one. And it has, except for the butter, it has no extra, as I said, no cream, no milk, nothing else, except just a lovely chicken fat or grease, or how you call it.
Excellent.
Very good. And it's got that chicken flavor, you know, it's hard to get it with all the ingredients. It's, as you said, you can use a little bit of chicken bouillon with chicken legs or something, but one whole chicken, that really makes a difference, you know. So I'm going to leave it to sit now. Almost done, I must say. One thing I have to talk about is the puff pastry.
Okay. Before you get there, I'll just mention Kim Bultman's. Kim Bultman's a very experienced cook. She says alternatively, to try and stop the yolk from getting scrambled, you could just temper the yolk with a bit of the stock.
Yes.
As you mentioned, adding some water, a bit of water to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Let's.
On to the pastry.
Yeah. So I'm not sure where you live, but mostly. Here in Belgium, you can find these puff pastries ready-made, ready-baked. You just buy them in blocks of 4 to 6. Depending on the instructions you can find on the package, you have to pop them into the oven or add a little egg yolk to them and just bake them for a couple of minutes. I make these myself. It's very easy to do. I also have the recipe on my website. If you go to my chicken vol au vent recipe, right before you reach in the ingredients list, pepper and salt, you can see 4 chicken vol au vents. Just click on it, and then I have a detailed website page about how you can make it. And you basically use 1 puff pastry sheet, of course, and you use 2 serving rings, a large one and a small one. And you're going to make a couple of large ones, leave 1 hole, and then just take the inside out. Can you see that? Because it's not very, you know, like this. You have to have everything photographed in detail there.
A simple question, ladies. Lynn, you too. June, can you find them as well in your supermarket? These.
Yes, that's what June was saying just now. Yes, you can. You know, it really depends on where you are. In the UK, they're very easily available, but I'm very fussy about my pastry. It's got to be all butter, so I tend to make it myself.
Okay. Yeah, same with me. Also, I'd like to make it myself. You can find these at the baker's shop.
Yeah. I've got a question from Namal. He's asking, Are there any possibility to ask June Deville's about her traveling? It's so funny. We've talked to you so much about it in the last Savour the Flavour show and in the green room. I forgot that we haven't talked about it live. So do you want to tell us? Do you want to tell us, June, about what's happening in the foreseeable future? 1st of September, you said you were off to.
Yeah, I'm off to 1st of September. I'm off to Germany for 2 weeks. I'm going to Munich for visit the city for about 3 days. Then I'm going to a lovely beer fest. It's all leaderboards and everything included. It's gonna be so fun. And then afterwards we're going to Berlin for a week. I haven't been there before, so it really seems like a very vibrant, very young city now, very modern. After that, I'm going back to Spain, to Tenerife, for a couple of weeks. Then I'll come back in November, because there's a Brian Ferry concert in Brussels. And
what concert?
A Brian Ferry concert. So I'm going to watch Brian Ferry. I have to come back,
Brian Ferry, okay, all right.
And then the 3rd of December, I guess, we leave for Hong Kong, a couple of days, visiting a friend there. We fly straight to Saigon. Well, we stay there for a couple of days. Then we are going to enter a boat and travel on the Mekong.
Up the Mekong River. Cool, excellent. And just to let all of you all know that we are making plans to have June come back. Let me just switch the camera back. I keep forgetting. We are making plans to get June to come back on Savour the Flavour whenever she can get good Wi-Fi. So we're hoping to catch her while she's in Cambodia, most definitely. So.
Yeah, that would be lovely. I'd love to. It depends on the internet, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Right, assembly job then.
And now let me see how you serve this.
Yes, let's see how this is.
I'm impatient. Yeah, I'm impatient.
I'm going to add some of the chicken, meatballs, and mushrooms. Get that. Take a spoon. Much easier. Add it. Not easy to fill that inside. You can just put a bit of meatballs and mushrooms and everything. Put it next to it.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Mm.
That you're not. Let me just focus on you. That you're not bothered. You're not doing a tiny, neat little presentation. That's interesting.
No.
Because this is a meal, isn't it? You're not serving it up as a canapé.
No, I'm not.
Mm.
No,
That's
not.
interesting.
Just add a nice bit of the sauce. This is it. It's a tiny portion, this one here.
That's great.
I'm going to chop up some parsley first. The French sprinkle of parsley. There we go.
Great knife skill.
Oh.
Yeah. Just one last word about this for me. Now we eat it as a main course, but in the past this was a first course, So that's why my mom gives us serves us when I go and visit my mom with my kids. It's just the perfect dish to serve to all the family, and we have some linguine or spaghettis with that,
Oh.
So you've got the ubiquitous Belgian French fries?
Of course.
And mayonnaise, of course.
Of course, yes. Homemade mayonnaise.
I cannot eat. The first time I went to Belgium was, oh my God, almost 2 decades ago. So since then, I haven't been able to eat French fries without mayonnaise.
That's it, I guess. I still got the puff pastry lid. That's the little thing you keep the visual.
The lid, yeah, the lid, as it were. Mm.
And I think I got everything.
Oh wow, that is amazing.
One thing. Wait, that is. We're going to have a Belgian white wine.
Ooh.
Oh. June, can you pull the plate a little?
Oops. We've lost her a little bit. We've lost.
Yeah.
We've lost you.
Wait.
Ooh. We back.
No, not now. We want to see the Phew.
Well, yes. June, pull the dish, please.
Yeah, she will. She's just serving up the wine. You just serve up the wine first. It's okay. Serve up the wine. Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, what's
that?
It's the webcam.
Is it? I thought she had the beer on draft. It's
yes.
nice.
That's Belgian white wine, see?
Yay.
Well, great.
That's a perfect thing to go with the chicken vol au vent. That's
Oh, cool. Cool. Okay, now if you can hold your plate up, that's it.
You see that? French fries. Little green.
Oh, great. Thanks, Luke. That light made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Great.
Like that.
Fantastic.
Look at the sauce.
Fantastic.
Wow. Hey, that's perfect. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, the sauce is.
It's good.
Well done. Bravo, June. Bravo.
It's
Fantastic. Yay. No, do that again. Go on, do that again. Do that again. Go, do that again.
Great.
Excellent.
I enjoyed it myself.
It
That's
was
good.
fabulous. It was fabulous. Well done. Well done. I'm trying to get you a round of applause, but I'm a bit slow with my Google effects here. Come on. There we are.
Bravo.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much, June. We really did enjoy that. That was really good. That was really good. And I really liked the post right at the end. Right. I suppose now we know what you're up to over the next few weeks and months. So I suppose all that remains is for you to say bye to us. But
I'll try to watch other episodes, see where I am. But
yeah, that would be good. I mean, the beer fest, but I suppose being a small town, perhaps we might not get Wi-Fi that well over there. But we shall see. Michelle, would you like to say bye before we say the final?
Thank you, folks. Hey, at 1st June, great job. Really, I appreciate. Honestly, I would like to fight in that. And of course, to all the people watching us, thank you, and thanks for your kind words. And see you soon.
Thank you, Michelle. Yes, I'll echo Michelle's words. June, fabulous job. Really. I had a really good time. Not a newbie anymore. Next time you come around, you'll be an old hand at this, and you'll tell us how you want to do it.
good.
Yeah. So, and to everybody watching us and all your beautiful, wonderful comments, thank you so much for watching. Savour the Flavour. We'll be back soon. But next Saturday, I'm on Simply Singapore with Larry Fadillier. So thank you so much for joining us from June, Michelle, and me. It's a goodbye. See you soon.
Goodbye, folks. Bye-bye. Au revoir. Au revoir. Bye-bye.